there is one more further development about the quantization of electric charge, and it is further suggested that electrons, protons and neutrons, which are considered to be the elementary particle, are not the most elementary particle. In fact, as per the quark theory, there are two kinds of quarks which are the most elementary particle. One is down quark, which is represented by small d, and it has a value of minus e by 3. And one is up quark, and it is represented by u, and it has a value plus 2 e by 3. So as per the quark theory, the most elementary particle are not electrons, protons and neutrons. They are up quark and down quark. Now, if I look at this, then if I say composition of an electron, which is actually minus e, should be made up of 3 down quark, minus e by 3, plus minus e by 3, plus minus e by 3. Similarly, the composition of a proton, it should be 2 up quark and 1 down quark. So this will be minus e by 3, minus e by 3, minus e by 3. So that is minus e. And composition of a proton would be 2 up quark and 1 plus 2 e by 3, plus 2 e by 3, minus e by 3. So it should be plus e. And then if we talk about neutron, so if neutron is further made up of quark, we can say it is made up of UDD. So it will be plus 2 e by 3, minus e by 3, minus e by 3, and it will have a net charge 0. So as per the quark theory, we can say yes, if electron, proton and neutrons are not the most elementary particle, they are made up of up quark and down quark. But the fact is, so does that mean the quantization should be written as plus minus n e by 3? Answer is no, because no quark is possible independent. An independent quark is not possible. So if there is a quark that is available, either it may be in electron or in proton or in neutron, it is never possible to transfer a single quark. It is never possible to observe a single quark independent. It will be either present in the form of electron, proton or neutron. So thus, if there is a shift, it is only electron, and it is never a shift of one up quark or one down quark or sum of up quark or sum of down quark. There is only a transfer that take place of electrons during friction, and that's why the quantization theory remain the same. Q is equal to plus minus Ne. The concept of quark doesn't challenge quantization theory. So I hope it is very clear to you now. And here this part of the text is also important. Quantization of charge become important at microscopic level, but while dealing at macroscopic level, we can ignore the quantization of electric charge. For example, if 60 watt electric bulb is there, you have an electric bulb which is 60 watt. So the number of electrons which are crossing per second is 2 into 10 to the power 18. So there, this quantization of electric charge is negligible. So bulb does not flicker because so much of electrons are passing through it that you hardly observe discrete nature of the electrons that are passing in the form of the currents. So maybe in an electric current, it is the electrons one by one in a discrete form, they are flowing. But the fact is that the number of electrons is so high that it appears to be continuous. So that's how is the quantized nature of quantization of electric charge. And let's talk of another property of electric charge, and that is charge is associated with mass. So you know, a neutral body may have a mass m, But in case if you have a body which is positively charged, so this body which is positively charged will obviously have lost some of its electrons. So because it has lost some of its electrons, that's why it is positively charged. It will have a mass m minus delta m. Delta m is the mass of those electrons which have gone out of it. Similarly, other side, if you have a negatively charged body, so these electrons are gained by this negatively charged body, it will have a mass m plus delta m. So the body which gains electron will have some extra mass gain, and the body which loses electron will have some loss of mass in the form of the mass of electrons. So charge is always associated with mass. There is another property which is charge is invariant. Now what do we mean to say here is that the amount of charge, the value of charge doesn't change with speed. Charge remains same with speed. We can understand it by the variation in mass with speed. According to Einstein relativity principle, if m naught is the object mass at rest and the object is moving with a speed v, where c is the velocity of light, then mass of a moving object moving with a speed v is m is equal to m naught by root 1 minus v square by c square. So as the velocity is increasing, the mass is also increasing. So charge is invariant. This is another important property of electric charge. Then electric charge is conserved. So as we have discussed while we were discussing quantization, that you have a body A and you have a body B. When the body A and body B are rubbed against each other, there is a shift of say 3 electrons from body A to body B. So it will have a net charge plus 3 and it will have a net charge minus 3. There is no possibility of a loss of electron during the transfer. The net charge of the whole isolated system of A and B will be always 0. So that is what we try to say, charge is conserved for an isolated system. Charge is not created nor destroyed during friction. Now we have so many examples of it.